everybody, it is Demo Donna here with Queen & Company. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I am going to be showing you a 30-minute demo creating a lovely card or two. We'll see how much time we have with the tree shaped card kit. If you're new to Queen & Company, I highly recommend checking out Queen & Company on Facebook. And then we also have a lovely royalty page where our fabulous customer base posts photos and inspiration of all things Queen & Company. I know most of you watching are probably Queen & Company customers, but I will absolutely hop on after this live and go through all the comments and do my best to answer all of your questions or send you to a good place on where to get those answers. So I do want to tell you we have a new website. It's fairly remodeled, so go and check it out. And to see all the products that I'm using here today, you head on over to queenandcompany.com. There will be a sale section. So this lovely tree shaped shaker kit is on sale for you guys, and that's happening until Monday, and Wendy gave me all the details, but of course I don't remember them. So I'll hop on here and I'll add that in the comment section. Or just, shop this weekend, and then you don't have to worry about when it expires, right? Wink, wink. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few samples, and then we're going to get right into it. And since I've demoed this a few times on the Queen & Company Live, we do 1 to 2 live demonstrations a week. I have some really fun samples, and then we're going to do something a little bit different with it. So here is a really fun layered tree that we've created in the past, and you can do this with any of your large shape shakers. It's really beautiful, and this is just using one die. So this is from foundation die number 19, and Queen & Company has a amazing collection of foundation dies, and what the foundation dies do is they help you create the base of your cards. They help with labels and banners. So really, again, I highly recommend if you're a card maker, a scrapbooker, to go check out. They make paper crafting so much easier. Here is a non-traditional blue and white tree, and this is a shaker card, which we will be making today. So here is another fun version of the tree shaped shaker kit. And I moved my little desk around, so I am working with a new layout. So I hope the close-up is helpful for everybody. Here is another version of using this tree as well. And we are going to be creating one like this today. And here is a very traditional tree using the beautiful shaker kit. So there are 4 samples for you. And in this kit, you receive, which is great about the shaped kits, because you receive the dies. So you have a outline die, which is this die right here. So you can create that solid outline shape. And to create a shaker, you have your decorative die, which is this piece here. And that's the die right here that goes right on top of your shakers. So this blue on top here and this green die. And then you have this little detail die, which is the base of the tree. This piece right here. So you have the 3 dies in the kit. You also have your foam shakers. So I will show you that. That is the double-sided foam here. And as you can see, you are just using this little outline piece. So you get a ton of extra foam. And I just cut it up and I use those in my other card makings as additional dimension. So that is a lot. That's a big bonus, You also have 4 acetate covers, and that would be this piece right here. So this is your acetate, and that's how you create that window for your shaker. So you're going to receive 4 of those in the kit, and then an adorable stamp set. And it's a cute little stamp set that obviously I've hidden on my desk, but adorable. I'll find it oh, there it is. It's with my stack of all the goodies I need to show you. Okay, so as you can see, I'm currently going to be using this today, but it says, happiest of holidays, oh Christmas tree, Christmas time is here. May yours be filled with happiness and cheer. have yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and soon it will be Christmas Day. So this is the stamp set included. I always recommend checking out for additional inspiration. If you go to queenandcompany.com and you click on the Tree Shape Shaker card kit, you will see additional samples that our lovely design team has created. And you'll also receive 4 cards and envelopes. So the shape kits have a card base pre-cut out in the shape of whatever that kit is. So with this one, it is a tree. So you see here, it's not just a beautiful tree, but it's also a card. All right, so those are all the goodies that you're going to receive in this kit. And now we are going to create one. Again, if you're new to Queen and Company, welcome. I highly recommend checking out our 101 videos on our YouTube channel, or you can always join me anytime during a live, and we usually do those on Tuesdays or Thursday nights, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, for our first card here, I am going to start with a A2 card base, and again, we use our foundation dies for all of our card bases. So this right here is from foundation die number 8. And then this next one here is from foundation die number 4 with these really fun scalloped edges. And what I've done here is I've gone ahead and cut it out, and then I take my little grabbing this guy here for you, embossing folder. Queen and Company has a I love it, very versatile. It is a embossing folder bundle, and I believe there are 10 or 12 of them. I think there's 12 of them, and it comes in a kit when you get all of your little embossing folders together. And if you haven't used them before, they are really fun. They add a ton of beautiful texture. And this is just a dot pattern, but there's stripes and floral patterns. Very pretty, and add that extra fun textural element to your card. Okay, so next I'm going to adhere these together. And I am just using a Rolly adhesive. You can, of course, use your red liner tape as well. And I want my beautiful little tree pattern. I didn't even tell you guys what paper pattern I'm going to be using today. I'm just so excited to get started. Okay, so let's layer that on there. And I am using the Jolly Jingles pattern paper as well as the Jolly Jingles solids. This is a great combo sold together, and I love this holiday paper palette because you get some traditionals as well as non-traditional colors, and that's what we're going to be working with today. Some of the fun non-traditional, the pinks and the teals. So, woohoo! Something different. This would totally be a Christmas card I would send to my girlfriends in Los Angeles. They would love it. Okay, so that is going to be my card base. Pretty simple, 2 layer dies. And next, I am going to be creating my shaker. So I am really excited for those of you new to the shaker world, because you're going to see just how simple Queen and Company makes shaker making. So again, you've got these dies in your kit. I'm going to take my outline die. That is that big solid die. And that is the base. Then I'm going to take my double-sided foam tape, and I am going to peel off that protective layer. So I'm just removing the layer from the actual foam outline, like this outline piece, not the whole thing. So this still has the protective adhesive cover on it, and this here has the sticky exposed. And now I'm going to take I moved my trash can to the opposite side, which that's going to be interesting. Okay, now I'm going to take both of my hands here and just kind of hover that right over. I try to center it before I push it down, and now that I'm happy with that, I can see that it is pretty well hovered over my outline die. I'm just squishing all that adhesive down onto the paper. Then I'm going to remove this additional foam. So the reason we kept that additional foam on is just to keep the shape of the tree, because the foam will kind of bend a little or stretch out. So you want to make sure it has that perfect shape. And that's why I kept this piece in. Now remember, this is a fabulous bonus because you can just cut this up and use it for extra layering. And like I said, you get these with all of your shakers. You get extra double-sided foam that you can use to pop up a stain or a fun little element on your card. All right, now's the fun part. So now we have this lovely base that we get to add our fun toppings to. And these larger pieces, you can go ahead and put in actual die cuts. You could put buttons in here. We have lovely topping bundles available at Queen & Company, and they come in these adorable little baggies. And I am going to be using, these are some of the pink diamonds. Diamonds are my favorite. If you've ever seen any of our live videos, I'm obsessed and I use them all the time. Here is a lovely bundle that Queen & Company put together for you guys today using some of our favorite pinks. So we have the princess squares, the posies, and the sequins. And I've got a lovely little Queen & Company spoon, and I'm just gonna go in here and open these guys up. And I'm definitely known for being an overstuffer. There's no wrong way to create a shaker. So if you wanna add a lot like I do, it's okay. Or if you, it's like chocolate chips in a cookie, right? If you might be the kind of person that likes a couple chocolate chips, or you like twice the amount. That's me. I'm that double chocolate chip girl. Same with shaker making. I like to overstuff it. What can I say? Okay, so I'm gonna add my sequins, and then I'm gonna go ahead. I actually have to pay attention to time and make sure I stay in my time frame so you guys can see who's winning the next door prize. We don't want to miss out on that. Okay, I've got my lovely little shaker, and just because, you know, it wouldn't be me if I didn't add some diamonds, I've got to go add some of these beautiful pink diamonds. And I love all these different variations of the pink. It's going to just make this little Christmas tree shaker so much more exciting. Okay, now that that is done, and like I said, you can even throw a photo back there. So you can take your outline die and cut out a really fun photo. It could be a scene. How beautiful if that was like a wintry scene in the back of your shaker card. Just lovely. Again, if you go to our Facebook page, the Queen & Company Royalty page, you will see a beautiful, like our customers make some incredible designs with all of our shaker kits. So I am now carefully removing this protective adhesive, and I am holding it down because I don't want to throw all of my beautifully placed shaker toppings across my craft room. But you know, you have to do it once to become a real shaker maker. It's kind of the initiation. Now I am removing my finger tools from the adhesive. Now I'm going to take this lovely pre-cut piece that comes in my kit of acetate. This is your window to your shaker toppings. And as you can see here, I've got my Queen & Company sticky. And this makes it so as you've got your sea of items all over your desk, this helps you find it. So if you're new to shaker making, these are a must-have. You've got to add something to your piece of acetate so you don't lose it. Okay. I like to bow this a little bit, especially the really big ones. And it's nice because this definitely has a top and a bottom. So I'm going to start here at the bottom, and then I am eyeballing it as best I can and hitting it on that point on top. So there is my piece of acetate laid down. So remember how I said Queen & Company takes all the guesswork out of shaker making? You're not cutting all these little pieces. You've got this beautiful shaped shaker kit. And look at that, my light is right in the way. Good to know. Sorry for the glare. Trying to light up my demo for you guys, and it's shining in your eyeballs. All right, so see how fun all those different pinks turned out in your shaker? Love it. Okay, next I am gonna take my Queen & Company sheer glue, and I'm going to grab my decorative die. So this is that other die that comes in the kit, and I am going to just glide my glue. And this is a tacky glue, and the reason we recommend using I stuffed this bottle up last night. I blessed it with another glue bottle so it was nice and full. So the reason we recommend using our Queen & Company sheer glue is because you are sticking this on acetate. So make sure you are using a really good tacky adhesive sheer glue, wink wink, because you don't want to create this beautiful card and use the wrong adhesive. I used to tell people all the time while I was demoing, you've spent so much time and effort creating this beautiful paper craft, you want to make sure you are using the right adhesive there in the end. Okay, and I'm going to take my this is that third die, this adorable little bottom of the tree. And again, I'm just going to add a tiny little dot of sheer glue. There we go. And plop that right there. Oh, cool. We got 15 more minutes. I can get that done in 15 minutes, right? Okay. And now we have our lovely tree base. Now this is an A2 card, and I know you could see that my shaker is a little larger than the card. It's a great thing about having the envelopes included. You get a nice big envelope. So you can even go a little bigger than an A2 card base. If you'd like, you could do a square. You could do a 5x5, which would be really fun as well with this tree. I did 5.5 by 5.5s for the other tree layouts, like this guy here. So that's nice about having big envelopes included in your shaker kit. Okay, we are gonna flip this guy over, and I am gonna add some red liner tape to the back. I absolutely recommend using a nice, heavy, durable adhesive such as your red liner tape, because your shaker is it's not like you're just going paper to paper. This is a nice, heavy, it does help if I know the size of my tree, there we go. So this is a nice heavy element that I am sticking onto my card base, and I'm also adhering it to this textured background. So again, it's not just a flat piece of paper. So I am not only going to be using my red liner tape, but I'm also going to come back in with some of my sheer glue and use 2 adhesives. I know, crazy, but it's worth it. I definitely do not have shakers popping off my card. In fact, there are times where I have tried to remove one and kind of cheat and use it on another card. And no, that is not an option. These babies are stuck on there for life, which is good. You want them to open up your card and it still be put together, right? Okay, so I am going to stick my tree right on there. So you have a little bit of wiggle room, which is nice because it's a wet adhesive, so you can make sure it's even before you stick it down. And there's a lot of different elements here I'm looking at. So I'm looking at my stitching down here, I'm looking at the top up here, and that looks pretty even to me. And then I'm gonna go ahead and apply some pressure and make sure my shaker is nice and adhered. So I've got a really cute card base. Again, I am obsessed with this little tree pattern paper with the non-traditional holiday colors. Love it. Okay, next I am using from Foundation Die number 10, this adorable little heart banner, and we are gonna make some garland with it. So I cut out about 6 of these. I have a pile in white cardstock. And the other item that I am using is the awesome Love Foundation die. So this is a really fun set of dies, all heart themed. And I am also using these beautiful little hearts from the Love Foundation die, but I love the doilies. I love this open heart background. It doesn't sound right, but you know, floating hearts. Why don't we say that? Floating heart background. And then these are really great too to use as like solid background pieces. So again, this is called the Love Foundation die, available at Queen & Company. Okay, so here are my adorable little heart banners that I cut out. And when you cut them out, they are nice and flat like this. And I am just simply going to fold them over, so therefore they actually look like flowing garland on my tree. So I am just taking this little section here between the two hearts and just using my fingernail tools to just kind of fold them over. So now you could see the difference between when it was just cut out, just a flat piece of paper, and now it's kind of waved up, and you could see it's got some dimension to it now as well. So I'm going to start at the top of my tree, and you could totally play with it and manipulate if you want your hearts to be really curvy. And I am going to just cut one off right here. There we go. So I just cut one little heart off, and I am going to add my sheer glue. And we are going to do layer number 1. And I just want to thank you guys again for taking a time out of your Saturday. I know Thanksgiving is right around the corner, so you could be out shopping. Well, you are shopping. You're in shopping instead of out shopping. But you could be out shopping and instead you're hanging out with me. Or maybe you got your earphones on and you're at the store right now shopping for Thanksgiving. No judgment. Can't say I haven't done it. Okay, my next layer, I am going to do, I just need one here and I don't even have to cut it off. And I'm going to, again, just add a little drop of sheer glue. There we go. And Wendy's actually been pushing me for some time now to do a pink tree. She's like, do a pink tree demo. It's going to be awesome. So here is your pink tree, Wendy. And I love it. It turned out really cute. So I've got 2 more here. And I know that this layer down here, I need to like layer up 4 of them. So you can play with it, see what works. But I'm going to add a little glue to the top of 4 hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to layer them together. And it's okay if they're not, if you have a little of the other heart sticking out, it's fine. But see, I just glued those guys together. And now I have a nice long garland for that piece. Add a little adhesive. There we go. All right. Stick that on there. And since this is wet adhesive, it does require a little extra love where you're going to sit and hold that down for a second. But since we don't want to sit and watch me make sure everything is glued, these will probably pop up until they're actually dried. So we are down now to 1 last layer. So I'm going to take that one that I folded, and I need 1 more. 1. I sometimes do counting for no reason in my head. Who's with me? Anybody? Like I count how many times I'm folding. I think that might be an OCD thing. Who knows? Okay. A little extra sheer glue. So this bottom one, I'm just layering 2 little hearts. There we go. And that will be my last layer. And I love the way this turned out. Like those of you who watch our Facebook lives on Tuesday and Thursdays, you know, most of my cards I create for the first time during the live, just like this one. So it's exciting to see everything come together, how you imagined it, you know, because sometimes it's a vision that works out and sometimes it doesn't. We always hope for the best. Okay, add that last one. While that's drying, I think that turned out really cute. Again, I think this would be very fun to send to your girlfriends. I know my mom would love it. Wendy would love it. A great little extra something and something different. Okay, like I said, I'm going to use some of the hearts from the Love foundation, and I'm using this little one here. So instead of a star, I'm going to use a little heart on top of my tree. And I'm also using the pink sparkle string. I mean, look at how beautiful that sparkle is. Love it. So I just tied a little bow and I stuck a little Gloober on it. And I am just going to add a little bow to the top of my heart, which is super cute. And then for my stain, instead of doing like a banner or anything, I am simply going to take my little stamp, and since I don't have a lot of time left, I'm just going to show you. So I inked it up and I just stamped my Oh Christmas Tree in repeat on one of my hearts, and this is how it turned out. Really sweet. And I'm just going to add a little adhesive there, and I've got my stamp saying Oh Christmas Tree, and then I'm going to take another little heart because, like I said, I'm obsessed with those cute little trees, and layer that there. And the final step is adding some of your bling, and I'm going to take some of these cute pink rhinestones. And you know, normally like I like to put stuff on my tree, but since this has the beautiful garland, I'm just going to let that be the focus. And I'm just going to add a few little rhinestones to the outside of my tree. There we go. And de-stick that from your hands. And I highly advise you guys all to go check out all of the fun offerings over at Queen & Company. Here is the one last look again at the tree shaped shaker kit. And there are tons of beautiful designs in our shape shaker kit, as well as amazing inspiration from our lovely design team. Here are just the cards that I want to show you guys for a last little bit of information, a last little bit of inspiration and information. You know how we do it. And last but not least, this little guy here. Thank you guys all again so much for joining me. I hope you guys all have a very happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays. And good luck to you guys all for the contests coming up and all of the door prizes. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, everybody.